Well, I do the thing in here in the lake and then my nature in. Okay, look at this guy. The ladies.
I don't want to talk about it.
Sorry, but actually there is a nervous lake, you know, more than 50 square kilometer, and the population of Yangon right now is 5.5 million.
We're wanting to make sure to support the will of the people and what people really.
Yeah. The 6 Buddhist council already. The first 3 were made in India. The fourth one was in Sri Lanka.
Hi, Fred.
He's from California.
That is made in Yangon. That's it. I will follow with you to the boat.
What's the material they use for the ladies' faces?
We call it the nakar, and it is from the tropical tree. Now we use only the back of the tree, and then we grind it on the stone slab, and it produces a paste. And then we apply it on our cheek, on our face, even on the neck, hands, in order to prevent from the sunburn. Apples? No. Apples. The apples that they are selling, they are not from Myanmar. They are from China. Well, actually, the position of the Buddha images have 3 different styles, and they are in the standing position, sitting position, and reclining position. So there are 3 positions, and then this one is the reclining position. There are also 2 different positions in the reclining styles too, and then this one is the rest position. He's taking a rest. In this case, eyes are open, and then the right hand supporting the head, and then legs are crossed. Leave it in the car, yes, please.
Oh, please don't move.
So that is the Mahavishiyat pagoda. It means the Great Conquest Pagoda. We believe two brothers from jungle, they went to India for trading business. At the time, the Buddha got enlightenment over there. And then these two brothers met with the Buddha personally and they felt very pleased to see him. So we believe traditionally that there were all together 8 hair relics of the Buddha enshrined in this pagoda. That's why we paid a very special respect here. And now it is about 100 meters feet height, and the total weight of the gold from this pagoda is over 70 tons. And then the weight of the top diamond, it is 76 carats, and there are over 50,000 different kinds of jewelries stood on the top of this pagoda.
Now I'm going to guess that they will not want.
It's rolling around. Oh, here, let's do this here. A different kind of eclipse, yes. Welcome to you. Oh, we were down
Must
south.
be with my hand.
Down by one of the bullheads.
Very sticky.
With my sticker. I was a good girl, so I got my sticker. You know, they stick up over your hand. It was sad.
We just landed at Myang U airport, and so this area is so called Myang U. And then the most important pagodas are situated in old pagan area, And then we should also have a look to the way the traditional handicraft centers called the lacquer factories, and some hotels they are in New Bagan. So there are altogether 3 different sections in this area: Now, New Bagan and Old Bagan. That Bagan was destroyed. So this temple is called Nagayo. Naga means serpent or the big snake, and Jo means covered, because according to the legend, the Buddha statue is covered by the hook of the dragon. It simply means like that. The Buddha is covered by the hook of the dragon for the sunshine. You can see the hair of the Buddha is quite curly because he was an Indian, and then the eyes, it is not closing, but it is also not opening totally. It's just in the position of looking at the one step forward of the distance or like this.
We didn't go with you. You were too little, I think.
I was 7.
We were mostly in Cappadocia.
The last time I was in Turkey, I don't know how long it's been. I was there in '99 and then came back and.
Of the Mongol king Kublai Khan invasion in 13th century, they destroyed so many stupas, temples, including the city walls, in order to use the brick when they constructed the fort. But now we are at Sri Siko Stupa of Bagan. That is one of the earliest stupa of Bagan. They use only the sandstone to build this one. And it is totally covered with the gold plate. And it is very beautiful one, because it has a very specific kinds of the architectural design, like the 3 terraces. At the corner of the terraces, there is a corner stupa, and on the 3rd terrace, there is a miniature stupa, and it is followed by the bell-shaped dome, and then it is followed by the concentric rings, and then it is crowned with the umbrella on the top. And it is on the terraces, it is decorated with the glazed plaque. Well, it depicts about the previous life stories of the Buddha. So these people must be very smart, because they need to understand about the nature of the physics. They got to know very well about the heat energy. Only then they can make the very high quality glaze. So in order to have this high quality one, the temperature should be at least 3,000 degrees Celsius to 4,000 degrees Celsius. So they must be very smart one. So this is one of the special stupa of Bagan too.
ما الان داریم با یه اسب میریم به سمت محل اقامتمون تا وسایل و تجهیزاتمون رو آماده بکنیم و امیدوارم که خورشید گرفتگی حلقوی رو بتونیم خوب رصد کنیم. Jane?
Yes?
Tell me, tell us about your emotion.
This is pretty. Hamid, would you like to try and put the camera in here?
Yes.
Here, I'll put the eyepiece. And maybe you can focus afocal through the eyepiece.
quite sour, and then it is like a quite a strong beer. So we call this tree as a very beautiful name, Sky Beer. Try it.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
If you believe your fingers are clean enough, then you can just dip and then you can just.
Smoky, yeah?
This is a very typical trees in this area, and the people like to. Do you know what is this one?
He likes Joe better.
Cool. That's pretty amazing, huh? Ooh, that doesn't
Whoa.
feel that well.
Molly.
It feels really good. It's very cooling.
So that's what this was in our room in the hotel. We have one of these blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so young and beautiful.
Yes, you are. Actually, but it is up to you. Okay, right now we are going to visit to the next shrine.
Collect the whole set and make it, you know. Yeah, I like that.
Giáo dục con thằng nào còn nhiều con chơi nhau con ngon rồi sau đây đu đầu lên xuất sòng đi nào cái gì chỉ mà rồi chơi miếng này ông nhiều xuất sòng miếng này cái con cái miếng rồi cái nào đi ra rồi cho miếng này này cho nó chơi ra thế là bao giờ thì cái này đâu.
Hello, I'm Melvin from Myanmar. So right now we are at the top of the mountain plat, and it is found by the last explosion of the volcano. According to the geologists, they said it was been about 15 million years ago. And then we are just on the top of the mountain plat where some people make the special shrines for the people to worship. There's the top of the Mount Popa there.
Right there, that's the way we came.
So right now we are at the Bomingao Shrine. He's the one who is mostly believed to be the very special beings because he attained a very special power to transform into another being by leaving the dead body. But we believe that he transformed into another being with a new body. So his aim was to see the Buddha. That is a place where he usually resides in this area. You know, people who believe in this thing, then they rather like to give the respect there. These are the statues of the Burmese god, and then he passed away in Popa because he made a very deep meditation right here. Right in front of the wall piece pagoda. It is so called because you can see the shade of the wall, which is in the round shape, right? And it is surrounded by the 8 different corner stupas, because we believe that they are altogether 8 different angles according to our traditional cosmology. As all these stupas are surrounded the middle well, and we believe that it will bring the peace to the world. So we believe that is also the very special Buddha statue, because we believe it would bring the prosperity to the one who paid a very special respect here again. Because you know why? This Buddha statue is surrounded by the elephants, and at the ends there are 2 horses. So that is also the system how that all the parents of Myanmar wanted to see their children to be surrounded by the elephants and the horses. It means they are in a very good life. Right now we are on the top of the Mount Popa plant, and then we are right in front of this pagoda by the name of the 3,000 pagoda. It means the 3 tiers of the umbrella. As you see, there are 3 stages of the umbrella up there. Right now we are at the Popa Mountain Resort at the elevation of 798 meters. And then that is the elevation of Town Kalet, which is right over there. It is 737 meters. And then the elevation of the mother Mount Popa. Right now we are at the Popa Mountain Resort, which is one of the best hotels in Myanmar, where it provides a very good and very friendly ecology and very close to the nature.
Ow! Ooh, blood. Oh, no.
Really?
Note currency during the Japanese occupation. The most beautiful one of Bagan, with the 4 Greek cross. Right on the top of the Sri Pagoda, which is one of the most beautiful places to enjoy the sunset. And then from here we can have a panorama view all over around Bagan. And right there, for example, that's the highest temple of Bagan called Tabinyu, and it is 61 meter height. And then over there is called Ananda, which is considered the most beautiful temple of Bagan because there we can see all different kinds of the herbs can be seen inside that temple. That's why we see that it's the most beautiful one of Bagan. And there again, that's the biggest one of Bagan called the Mayanji. Well, in Bagan it is very fascinating because wherever we point our fingers, there will be no angles where there is no pagodas and stupa around. I'm very proud for having such amazing culture. Welcome to Mandalay. We just landed at Mandalay International Airport, and then today the program will be first we go to the Amarapura, a city of immortal, and then Mandalay is also the center of Buddhism, because in Myanmar the population of the Buddhist monk is about 300,000, and about 50% of the monks are living only in Mandalay. So I think 20 minutes at the bridge should be enough. And please be punctual because we have to be in time for the monastery. Hi, this is Melvin again. Now we are right at the Thunderman Lake in order to have the experience crossing along the Ubain Bridge. That is the very famous one of Amarapura. And it is very famous for the world's longest wooden brick, and they use only the teak wood. And of course it is very special, like all the lovers of Mandalay, they must be here at least once during their lifetime. And then it is also the best to enjoy the sunset. And then of course anyway it is just beautiful to see around the ducks swimming, and then the way home, the road, the samba. Good things to see and experience.
Il y en a qui ont une épaule découverte et des autres, la plupart ont une épaule. Il faut avoir une épaule courte.
This Melvin again. Now we are at the Mahaganayo Monastery of Amarapura, where there are over 1,000 Buddhist monks living inside this monastery. And it is very famous because the abbot of this monastery is very strict with the disciplines, and then this monastery can really produce the most outstanding students from this monastery. And then now we are just here to experience about the daily life of the Buddhist monk at the monastery. And then we are just trying to watch out the way how they eat their last meal of a day in a total silence. Okay, so now we are going to the silk and cotton industry. And in Myanmar, as I told you, there are only two places making the silk and cotton wares.
He. We gotta get some roller skates for him. He gets to do that.
Melvin. Now we are making a visit to the very local market of Manali called Yaminji Upora market. Yaminji Upora is one of the very educated men during the Menelik era. And here we can experience all different kinds of utensils, including the vegetables, clothing, and all these kitchen utensils. And all these vegetables are very fresh, very reasonable. It is very interesting to see around the local people with the smiling faces.
اینا یه خداییه که براشون درست کرده.
Right now we are at the ceremony ground for the kids in order to novitiate for the boys and in order to do the ear borings for the girls. And it is very appreciated to experience about this festival because there is only from one family that they are going to novitiate altogether 52 kids. They are going to ordinate at the monastery tomorrow. And then there are about 50 girls who are going to have the ear boring ceremony. And then the total amount for this donation is about $70,000 US dollars. On the bank, on the shore, they usually dig the fly from the bank of the river.
Fan off.
Hello, my friend.
How you doing there?
Hello.
Oh my God.
It took 20 years already to have this height.
Yes.
The original plan was to get to 515 feet.
Wow.
But they stopped when it got there because of the superstitions. Because the lower Myanmar was already under the British. Queen's Emerald necklace. That's why the name of this pagoda was called Nya Ding Dem. Nya means emerald. Nya, it means emerald. Ding means 100,000. Then means a necklace which is watched for 100,000.
Okay.
The wall is a circular shape and it means as universe.
Okay.
And then they are all together 7 oceans and 7 mountains.
I'm good driver.
I can drive a horsey too.
Time again, we are making a trip to Ava, and then we have enjoyed our trip to Ava. I hope so. Because the first trip that we ever made is the Jadanasi Mi Pagoda complex, and the second one is the Bagaya wooden monastery, and the third one is the Linen Tower, and then the fourth one right now we are at the main brick monastery of Ava. That is quite a special one because it was built only with the brick and not with the teak wood. That's why there is a one and only structures where we can see nowadays because most of the wooden structures have been already destroyed.
ما الان وارد حلقه شدیم.
As you could feel, the weather is totally different from Bagan, Mandalay and Yangon. It has a very cool and pleasant weather. We have a certain different culture and then they are different in their own ways. But anyway, the thing is, we all are Buddhists. That's the one thing in common at least. We have our own customs, we have our own traditions, and we practice our own belief.
Look at number 6. Number 6 should read that. The government, the people that rule this country should read that.
This cave has been here since 50 billion years ago, but there is no strong evidence that the people usually live here, even though it is facing to the east. The people who live in this area, they just wanted to keep all their images in a very safe place, and then they got the idea to come and send it inside this cave. It makes totally over 8,000 Buddha images made from all different materials like teak, bamboo, stone, cement, and alabaster. And then you may be very surprised to have a look like this sort of things. We call it beehive Buddhas.
Ah, yes.
Yeah? Beehive Buddhas.
Looks like people have pulled off some of them.
They just stuck on there.
Yeah.
There is even the footprints of the Buddha.
Oh yeah.
There is also the lion Buddha. As you see, the Buddha is holding a seed in one hand, and he's also holding a pot in another hand, believing that the seed is very powerful one, and it is very dangerous one too. Being a man of the great compassion, Buddha, he holds the seed in his fingers, because if the seed falls into the ocean, the water will get dried. If it is fall onto the ground will be burnt. So he just holds the seed in order to save the life of the people, and he just put the seed inside the pot, and then the seed became very medicinal. That's why for all the traditional doctors, whenever they are about to learn all these educations from his masters, he make a vow to himself that he would learn the best from his masters. And when he knew all this knowledge, then he would take care of the patients in the best manner. Of course, we Buddhist people believe that in the winter it is very cold. So for the Buddha image too, it could be very cool for them. So we believe it is very proper to offer the very warm clothes in the winter. That's why some Buddhists, they offer the special robe on the Buddha images, especially in the winter. All of these images are made from the different textures, like alabaster, like that one. And then this is the made from the bamboo, and then they apply the lacquer. The statue right over there. And then this small one is the marble. There will be also some boots and then the cement. So we were just it was just fascinating to see all these Buddha statues. It is amazing that because this cave has over 8,000 Buddha images.
8,000.
Sure.
Yeah, you can see it right here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Pastor Buddha. Everybody take a picture of Buddha.
This is the lacquer Buddha.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It's my head of the Bible.
Siri makan. Okay. Good on the Buddha statue.
on my slipper.
Oh, he got 3 fishes already. Whenever he finds the bubbles coming out, then he would put down the trap slowly. The trap with the lead, and then with the hand, he is frightening the fishes with the harpoon. By rolling the boat with the legs, it is more powerful, and of course he could do something with his hand.
Hamid, I'm disappointed you didn't tip the boat over.
خب ما رو دارم هدایت کنم به اتاقمون. این اتاقمون 305. خب اینم اتاق ماست که توی این ریسورت میخوایم 2 شب اقامت کنیم. امیدوارم خستگیمون اینجا دیگه در
This lake is called inland lake. It means the smaller lake because in Myanmar they are all together 2 lakes, the big lake and then the small lake. It just means very simply.
Okay.
So today we shall make a visiting around the whole inland lake area. The thing is, in each and every village there is a unique way of life. For example, in one village there will be the silk weaving, another village there will be the blacksmithing, another village there will be carpenter village. So we shall make the traditional ways of life styles, and then we shall see the way how they live in the lake. And then one more to put here. This is the original temples where they keep all these Buddha images. Very original one, the first one. And then this one, this is the second temple. It was built in 1891.
1891.
1891, yes. And then the third one. So these are the temples which carried all these Buddha images during the pagoda festival procession. So you still can see it still has the original shape, you know. That is in 1934.
Shoot your eye.
Hey.
You go ahead. Go take that sun.
Lower.
You okay? We can color the trap out of the stem.
Oh, it's really strong. It's like a.
These grow at my house.
Yeah.
These.
Then,
Oh, that's from spiders,
one
right?
ticket you can earn about 5,000 cuts for this weight.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are lily pads.
Wow.
So you can imagine it is very, very handy and very difficult.
Is it
Yeah.
strong?
Really, really strong. It's like twine.
Very special one.
It hates it. It cuts them out. And now I have something. It does. It grows naturally. It's a bulb. It lives in the ground, in the mud.
Yeah, in the map.
The mud and the fish eat the bulb. So some kinds of fish.
And he would use a guide to follow to the special. Actually, they all know me and my family. Now after my grandpa passed,
Salam alaikum.
Okay, so now she's weaving the lotus.
Do they spin it first?
Yeah.
Spinning. Do they spin first?
Spin first and then set on the low. Only then they will do the. Once I work with the Cambodia processor, so I can say very well about Cambodia. Once she told me finally it's melting and
Fred cannot drink hot. It's his teeth. He's missing one.
I told him about shrimp.
Now I understand.
Happy boat with his friend. So I'm going to climb the house over to me.
Okay, it's so noisy. Hamid, say something about your feeling about your visit to Annular Lake.
Oh, I'm happy. And good news.
Good news.
Good news.
And Scott?
I was happy to see the culture of this lake, the fishermen, the people hauling seaweed and other things.
Thank you. And Steph?
I love how tranquil it is and cool and quiet. It's very beautiful.
I'm very proud to be in and out of the lake. And of course, I'm very happy to show you around the lake.
Ini dah bayar lah.
Đi qua là chưa mơ, à đi ăn ngày thì đi bắt ăn đi à?
This leaf is called, we call shrub leaf. The botanical term is Cordia dichotoma. This leaf can be grown at the elevation of 1,300 meters above the sea level. That's why it can be grown only in sun state. So when the leaf is about 6 inches in diameter, then they are ready to use for this rolling. And they would do the mixing at the absence of others. So they would do usually at night because they wanted to keep a secret for the ratio. 65 feet long. 65. The German is the logo name too. And then the weight of the teak wood for making this one is 210. Then we have to do the scratching on it. On a basic shape, then we have to do the beading, and then they got to do the beading according to the design. After the outside wall is beaten, then they have to do the beating again from inside again. They are one of the majorities of Kaya State, which is at the southern part of the Lake Inlet. And then they are very famous because of their ornamentations, especially made from the bronze rings. And then they usually pay a very high respect to the rings, and then these bracelet and armlet. Anyway, they are very beautiful and very smiling faces.
Mingalava? Mingalava?
She is 47 and she has 5 children.
5 children.
5 children.
Talk to her again of names.
Cái này mình không cầm cho vì em mà sẽ chịu được. Năm em lưu kho đấy.
Muji?
Maria.
Mani? Wuso. Nice to meet you all. Hoda Hafiz. Thank you. Very good.
on the floating islands. And these floating islands are formed naturally at first. Like in a lake, water is a running one, so all these water grasses and all these water hyacinths are stuck at a certain place. And when it takes about 3 to 4 years, then it became a mass of buoyancy. In this case, the man, they have to apply the permission to buy from the township authority, and then they have to change them into the man-made islands. Okay. It is 165 years old. In order to commemorate about the prince life of the Buddha. So these kind of designs can be seen only in Shan State. So these are the fascinating points of this monastery. And then this one, this wood is from the singer tree.
Yes.
Jump.
So I will make it higher. Come on.
A little bit higher. A little higher. I don't want to. This is my cat. I don't feel like it.
I can't see.
Yay! Oh, you are? Okay, good. Because I'm thinking, oh, okay.
امروز صبح قبل از طلوع خورشید ما از این هتل داریم حرکت میکنیم میریم به فرودگاه تا بریم به یانگو.
I'm very pleased to meet you. I am Dr. Mohammed Shafi Shirazi. My Burmese name is Dr. Mohammed. I have been in this Shia community in Burma for 85 years now. So I'm 85 years old and I am the managing trustee of this Mughal Shia Jami Masjid. The Jami Masjid established in Burma in the days of king, the last king, Burmese king. In 1852, this masjid existed as a wooden masjid. In 1914, the present masjid was built by the Iranians in 1914 and completed in 1917. I am the grandson of Agha Ali Akbar Shirazi, the Persian consul from Iran to British Myanmar. My father, after his father, became the Persian consul in the days of Shah Raza Shah Pahlavi.
Yes.
So, this masjid took 4 years to build, and till today, out of about 2,400 masjids in Myanmar, this is the prettiest masjid. We have 9 Shia masjids out of 2,400 masjids in Myanmar. 9.
Nine, just nine.
We practice all the rituals and rites of Islam the same way the Iranians did here some 200 years ago. The most important event of the masjid, besides the great Eid days, is the Ashura. The Muharram is celebrated here, observed in Myanmar as basic principles of Shiaism, just the same way the Iranians used to do it about 150 years ago. Islam came into Myanmar about 700 years ago, and there were Iranians in those groups. But they really settled down in Myanmar 250 years ago with such masjids like this. This is the Mughal Shia Jami Masjid, in control of all the other 9 masjids in Myanmar. In Ramzan, we have complete Ramzan, and the Shahadat of Hazrat Ali in Ramzan, Nuzdahum, we still see 3 days. Just like in Iran, we observe Ramzan, Muharram, and Safar months. We have the Ashura, we have the Shahadat of Imam Zainul Abidin, the Shahadat of Raza, Shahadat of Imam Hassan. So all these, just like Iran, we have these done here. We observe the way our forefathers observed in here. This present mosque is going to be 100 years old.
Yes.
And everything inside this mosque is 100 years old. The electrical wire is 100 years old. The mosque roof is 100 years old. So we have many repairs to be done, major repairs, 100-year-old repairs to be done here. So which means that we need a lot of money to make it new again. Myanmar is in a tropical area, and plenty of sunshine comes, plenty of rain comes, and you see the surface. You see water coming through. So this is my problem, is how to keep it, make it new again, so that it will run another 100 years. Yes, in 1995, I went to Iran, and I had only one man in Burma who talked to Rahbar. Sayyid Ali Khamenei.
Oh, you talked to him?
Yeah, I talked in his office. So I asked him to please put Myanmar under his command. We will take a taqleed of Khamenei here, and then to send here his Numayande,
Yes.
representative to send here.
Safir.
Now Ayatollah Sharqi Khurramabadi of Khum. Ayatollah Sharqi Khurramabadi is the Numayande of Rahbar in Myanmar.
We want to show this video to Iranian TV. If you have a message for Iranian Muslims and government, you can talk.
Well, I have been to Iran more than 5 times, and every time I went to Iran, I could do something useful. Majma Jani Al-Bayt in Iran has invited me 4 times to attend Majma Jani Al-Bayt conference there. And I think another conference is coming this year. I'm not very well, but if I'm well, I'll be attending this conference. And I can place, like the Shias of all over the world, I get placed by the problems of the Shias of Burma in Iran. If I can't go just personally, I'll put in a report for you. So I've been in close contact with Iran, with the Majma Jani Al-Bayt. I'm the only one man who has seen the Rahbar in audience, and to get all the Shias of the world together so that the Rahbar, as the leader of the Shias, can give them his message. He can suggest, and the ministry in Iran can also coordinate the work of the Shias around the world.
انشاءالله که حال شما خوب بشه و ما دعا میکنیم که مسلمانان میانمار در کمال آرامش بتونن زندگی خوبی رو در کنار هم داشته باشن.
خیلی ممنون.
If you would like to go in, they can let you in.
بنده که اسمم محمد حسنه که تو ایران تقریبا 8 سال درس خونده بودم که شهر قم. از اونجا که برگشتم تقریبا 4 سال گذشته بود که تو این مسجد نماز جماعت و گاهی هم نماز جمعه میخوند. بعد ایام محرم و ایام سفرم که سخنرانی میکنم و کارهایی که برای مردم برمیاد، مثلا مربوط به چاپ کتاب و نمیدونم چاپ این چی میگم دعاها و قرآن و اینا، برنامه های مختلف مشغول. بعد اینجا ایام محرم و سفر عزاداری برگزار میشه، هم بیرون هم چیز با علم ها و چیزهای دیگه گشت میکنیم. یعنی ما اینجا که میگیم گشت میگیم، گشت میریم بیرون. بعد سخنرانی هست، مثلا ده اول محرم سخنرانی هست، بعدش هم دیگه عزاداری مخصوص خانوما هست، آقایون هست. این کارها رو انجام میدیم. بعد ایام رمضان هم اینجا دیگه شیعیان پره که همه از جاهای دیگه میاد که محرم رو رمضان رو اینجا میگذارن.
دولت هیچ کمکی به مسلمانان اینجا نمیکنه؟
چیزا نداره. دولت برای مسلمان هیچ برنامه‌ای نداره، یعنی برنامه خودمون بچرخونیم. معمولا اینجا که الحمدلله از طرف ایران بیشتر پشتیبانی میشه، چون ما شیعه ایم، هم ایران که با لطف حضرت آیت الله خامنه‌ای رهبر ما که خیلی پشتیبانی میکرد، هم برای ما پشتیبانی میکنه، هم به شیعیان. از اینکه ما رو همیشه کمک میکردی، هم از طرف همه مردم به رهبر ما، هم رهبر شما تشکر میکنیم. بیشتر سایهشون رو بر سر ما کم نکنه. هم از مردم ایران هم درخواست میکنیم که ما رو تنها نذارن.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد